Hey everyone, it's Tyler the Antenna Man, and today I'm going to review this indoor antenna. It's sold by a company called Uriiu, whatever, and seems to be selling like hotcakes with over 400 purchases in the last month and an average of 4.4 out of 5 stars in the review section. In this video, I'll talk about this antenna and test it with a signal meter to see just how well it works. If you're a cord cutter or use an antenna, make sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel and hit the bell icon to receive a notification whenever I post a new video. Before I get into this antenna review, I need to explain a few things about indoor antennas in general. They typically work in fair to strong signal areas within 30 miles of the broadcast towers, depending on certain factors, including your home's building material and how many trees surround your house. Areas beyond 30 miles from the broadcast towers or with a lot of trees around will likely need a medium to large sized antenna installed in the attic or outside. Follow the link to my video in the description to learn how to run a reception report to determine what type of antenna is needed at your location. Getting back to this whatever brand antenna, I immediately noticed several red flags even before purchasing it on Amazon. The first is the 1,000-mile range claim, which is complete bogus. Over-the-air TV signals tend to disappear over the horizon between 70 to 80 miles from the broadcast towers due to the curvature of the Earth. So any antenna that claims beyond a 100-mile range is not only bogus, but likely junk. To be clear, you should never purchase an antenna based solely on the range claim, but rather how the antenna is designed. The other red flag I saw before even purchasing this antenna is what seems to be a bunch of paid video reviews on the Amazon page from people who seem like they have no idea what they are talking about. Take a look at these clips.
Look at me, I'm pretty girl from Russia, United States of America. Buy antenna.
This is the antenna.
I am pretty boy from Russia, New Jersey. Antenna is good. Fun fact, this guy didn't even test the antenna in his quote-unquote review. I don't even have to dub over this video review to show how ridiculous it is.
Different channels that it can find. Just make sure that your tower is within 1,000 miles.
Yeah, this woman has no idea what she's talking about. I suspect plenty of the written reviews are also either paid or fake, which is a common issue among antennas on Amazon, which I covered in a previous video that most of you probably haven't seen. It's linked in the description. While this antenna has an amplifier, in many cases the amps on these cheap antennas are very poor and can actually make reception worse. Just like with range claims, don't buy an antenna based on the illusion that it comes with an amplifier that will make it magical. Look at the design of the antenna. Speaking of the design, it doesn't seem that good considering there aren't any elements long enough to pick up VHF channels that are present in nearly every TV market. For ideal reception of VHF, an antenna should have long rabbit ear style elements like this, about a foot or two in length. The 4K Ultra HD logo on the box is a bit misleading. Beyond an experimental TV station in Eugene, Oregon, there is no 4K over the air, and even so, there's no such thing as a 4K or HD antenna. These are just marketing keywords antenna companies use to convince you that their antenna is superior to others, when in reality it means absolutely nothing. Ignore all of these words, as they are just marketing keywords that have zero impact on an antenna's performance. As I said, what matters most is the antenna design. I've talked a lot of bad things about this antenna, but how well does it actually work? I tested it in the same location as a bunch of other indoor antennas for an accurate comparison. Here are the TV stations in my area, the RF channel they broadcast on, signal strength from the last two antennas I reviewed, along with the highest signal level ever picked up by an indoor antenna at my location, to provide a better reference of how this antenna performs. The signal levels were obtained from the new Antenna Man signal meter, which you can purchase at antennasignalmeter.com or by following my link in the description of the video. The signal of WNEP on UHF channel 21 was picked up a little below the peak, about the same as the GE antenna and higher than the previous antenna that looked like a microphone, so not too bad. WYOU on VHF channel 12 was not picked up on this antenna. Neither was WBRE on VHF channel 11. The signal of Fox on UHF channel 22 was a bit lower than the last antenna I reviewed and significantly lower than the peak, but was still picked up. While this antenna picked up the UHF channels fine in my area, it did not pick up the VHF channels. For the most part, it worked about half as well as the last indoor antenna I reviewed for twice the price. It's not an antenna I would recommend based on its poor VHF performance and the fact that nearly every area of the country has at least one major network-affiliated TV station on the VHF band. If you're in the market for an indoor antenna, avoid this and other antennas on Amazon with fancy graphics, unfamiliar brand names, and unrealistic range claims. Stick with a reputable US-based antenna company including Channel Master, WineGuard, Antennas Direct, or Televis. I include a link to a list of recommended indoor and outdoor antennas in the description, which you can also get to by visiting amazon.com/shop/antennaman. If you decide to purchase and set up an indoor antenna, it's critical to use some kind of signal meter as a guide to find the best location for it, as moving an antenna as low as a foot or two can have a huge impact on reception, and most TVs don't provide real-time signal information about how strong or weak the channel is. Consider purchasing my exclusive Antenna Man signal meter. It shows the precise signal level on each TV station, which is very helpful to use as a guide to find the best spot for an indoor antenna, where the signal levels are highest and thus most reliable. You can find it linked in the description of the video or by going to antennasignalmeter.com. Understand that all indoor antennas have their limitations, considering they're relatively small in size, and the bill of material of your home will have an impact on reception. If you try an indoor antenna and can't get all of your local channels reliably, you'll need a larger antenna installed in the attic or outside. Feel free to use my YouTube channel as a resource to research antennas. I also offer an antenna recommendation service on my website, antennamanpa.com. I run a reception report at your location, take a look at the frequency, signal strengthening, and tree coverage, determine the best antenna for you based on my experience testing out over 100 different antennas, and actually installing them on location in 4 different TV markets. My antenna recommendation service comes with direct support from me and the guarantee that you will pick up all of your local channels reliably. Thanks for taking the time to watch this YouTube video, and an additional thanks to everyone who supports me on Patreon or is a member of my YouTube channel. If my videos helped you cut the cord or keep you in the know of what's going on with free over-the-air TV, and you would like to help support them while getting exclusive perks, visit patreon.com/antennaman, click the join button in this video, and you can also click the thanks button. If you're on Facebook, you can like my Facebook page at facebook.com/antennamanpa, or sign up to my email list linked in the description below. Stay tuned to my YouTube channel for more cord cutting and antenna related videos, and have an awesome day.